this game, as we get later in the year and big decisions are made, you've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Still on his feet at the 40. Tackle him, but he has a first down.
And how about set the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy, come across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. He's back to throw on second down. Gets rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Ellington. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Power football with the run. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And I don't care if I did it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. Got his man quickly. That completion has them right on the doorstep. He'll mark it at the 1. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll try to run it in. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They did a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Now they'll kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense has its first opportunity of the day. And how about this matchup of a couple of guys who just don't get tired and don't mind being handed the football, Jesse?
And I love this matchup, too, because in modern football, it's all about throwing the ball, spread and tempo and air raid offenses. Let's go back to toting the rock, old school, 2 of the best running backs in the business here.
And the defense is now, like, they know the challenge. They know these guys are going to tote it. They got to be physical, committing guys to the box, and not letting these running backs have success today.
On second down, he'll fire. Got his man in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
A really nice job by the quarterback understanding how to throw this ball. So, like, I got to get in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Buys a little time with his feet. He gets the job done. Picks up the first down. He's getting down.
Nice job. Nice little hand play. QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
Obviously, when you're playing weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. That should be through a bullet that time, and the receiver just could not reel it in.
Hand off from the shotgun. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And empty tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back cat-like
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. Georgia lining up to punt away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. They'll move their return to a stop at 33 with the offense set up in pretty good field position. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He's there to make the stop.
Well, we're trying to run the football there. Just
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He makes the connection. Discards him with the stiff arm. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Comes out throwing on first down. They're working that left side. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. It's 1st and 10 from the 14. They'll leave it with the lone back. Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line.
And a nice job on the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Movement here from the tight end. They feed him again. And it's in there for a touchdown. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house for the 6th to finish it. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point. And I would also say, Palmer, you're understanding my defense is not playing. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the field.
Quarterback on the keeper. Powers through the defender. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up another down.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice. And it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move their defensive lineman out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Makes the grab over the middle. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
They're bringing heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback. And they did not.
They did not. But my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They've jumped
to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. He's looking to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's caught. That's a touchdown. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
These offenses get in the rhythm. They're hard to see. Got a short field. Take advantage of it, too. Get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do to have a lot of success.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin,
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Miami of Ohio is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But here's not a single game for this offense.
and Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, and now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here. Cut into this deficit.
Open runway ahead. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down. And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Hit the afterburner's kid. He was smelling that end zone and they get him down at the floor. That's the big pass plan.
It's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Second and goal coming up.
Cricket!
He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. The defense trying to make a stand on third and goal.
42 Spider. Ford, can. Here we go, done.
And a sack all the way back to the 5. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Spreads the uprights. So they get the field goal, and now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any place in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the grab on the ball. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll throw it on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. All wideouts, no backs. He's looking for an open man on second down. He rifles one deep to the left. Oh, he's playing with fire. He's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's how you got to get the defense credit, because in these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive line. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Ball in the air. Intercepted.
Rain, sleet, snow, sunshine. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that drop.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll come out throwing on first down. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Gain of 18. And that's a first down for the offense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to go up top on first down. He'll throw it. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
It's second down.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're ready to get us started here in the second half. He'll start the return inside the spot. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
They've not only get him stopped, but what a good job by them right now to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beat, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Dogs moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes his connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning it a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back on the move.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is a lot physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Got his man on the right. He was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Buys a little extra time. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Georgia sends out the punt team.
Number 13 in punt formation to kick it away.
On the move, looking for a little
Number
sliver of
7
hope.
brings it down.
They'll get down and put a stop to this drive, and they'll mark it at the 32. The offense set for a first down play. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Good job running top and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run to any kind of look. Paid off.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd down, going up top. Firing to the right, complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. New set of downs after that completion. Going up top on first down. trying to get to it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. Inside the tag. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
These guys can play offense, too. As I showed you, I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split out a wide receiver next week. I'm going to make that big play. The defense, great job making the interception in the right. Doing something that we're just sliding down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, man.
It was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You've got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Here's the handoff. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down here for the offense. He's looking to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive line. Whatever happened to that guy?
They washed up. I've heard bad things about that guy, but no. When you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises, the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every.
Going deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what.
And he will catch it. Just making a huge play. He sets him up all the way down to the 15. Bulldogs want to crank the tempo. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Really nice stuff there from this senior leader.
Well, on his own push passes, timing is so important. Trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why the offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spots.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's picked off. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. The 20. Lean for the wire. Touchdown. They extend this 3rd-quarter lead, and now they're staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And that just like it good, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with a big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last pick 6 6 after a drive like that. David can... And it's sucked out. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Here comes the offense on first down.
Here we go. Slide 22.
Handoff to the single back. Pulled down after a pickup of 6, but he gets it inside the red zone. It's down to the 15. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Finds it back in the middle. They make the stop after 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Let's go.
Running back goes in motion. Got some momentum to the goal line. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out. In the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And they'll bring it down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
There's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. Turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
Easy.
He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That is exactly what you're looking for when you call explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10.
Get set. Get set.
He wants to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble for a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
2nd down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Feeling some heat.
There's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Lofts one high and deep. Go to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the score.
And they got up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
And this is exactly where we want to be as an offensive player. Like when you got the lead late in the football game, just run it along, keep the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape.
And he breaks into the open. He now has 106 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Got it in the middle. It's Ellington. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution of that throw and catch.
Brings up second and goal.
Pushes ahead.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored. You're anticipating.
Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. Fast motion from the offense. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it into the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out to execute today. The Jimmys and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponents.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember, forget it, move on to the next game. Maybe there's something right here I'll be very positive and carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And that is how we will wrap this one up. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten at this point. You've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to be too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they just seem to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were. They knew what they were going to go out and try to accomplish and how they wanted to dominate teams. And they've been able to do that to this point. So, David, to your point, just keep getting better every single week moving ahead.